Hi, my name is Dagan, and I'm a guru here at Helcim. Today I am going to be showing you how your business can begin implementing payment pages into its billing workflow. First, let's go over a couple of uses for payment pages. Within your Helcim account, you can create various types of payment pages. Here is an example of an invoice payment page. You can see here that an invoice payment page is a simple form that a customer would fill out, and you can customize this form to include as much or as little information as you would like. For example, you could eliminate this entire billing information section and only include additional information where they would input an invoice ID, customer ID, or other information that you would like, saving the customer time from entering redundant information. This is one of the most common uses for payment pages, and with a little adjustment, an invoice payment page can easily become a donation page for a charity or church, which is another very common use we see for payment pages. Here we have a shopping cart payment page. This version of a payment page has an item attached to it, as you can see on the left here. This can be useful for one-off online sales or businesses that only have a couple of products or services. Once again, you are able to adjust the amount of information customers are required to provide when creating this payment page. Okay, now that we have seen a couple of uses for payment pages, let's go ahead and create one. In this tutorial, we will primarily focus on creating an invoice payment page. So first things first, you will need to sign into your Helcim account, which will bring you here to your dashboard. Then on the left-hand sidebar, you will click on the Payment Pages icon. Here you will see two options for creating your payment page. You can create a custom page or create a page from a template. Most users find it easiest to create a page from a template. Now you will set up how you want to use the payment page by choosing the transaction type, the currency, the terminal, and the use. We will leave the transaction type as card purchase, as this is an invoice payment page. We can leave the currency and terminal, as those will be set to your defaults. And under use, we will select invoice payment. Next, we will click create page. Next up, we will adjust the page information and settings. We can give our payment page a name here, but the fields are auto-filled with options we selected on the last screen. In this case, we will leave it as invoice payment page number 1. You can see that the active toggle is toggled to on, but if you ever wanted to disable a payment page, you can do so here. Page forwarding simply means if you would like a customer to be redirected to a different website or page once they have completed their transaction or canceled it. You can turn on approval auto forward here and then fill out the relevant boxes. Under payment page settings, you can see the transaction settings. We set up the transaction type, currency, and terminal on the last page. Under customer settings, you can allow the customer to log in, force them to log in, and select if you would like your payment terms to be visible. We will leave all three of these off for this example. Under product settings, you can choose whether to show the product on the page, calculate taxes, shipping, or allow discount codes. In this case, we will leave the settings as is. Make sure that you click Save in the upper right-hand corner once you have completed your settings. Now that we have saved the payment page, we can see that some new options have appeared on the right-hand side here. We are going to click on Field Settings in here next. Since we are using this page for invoice payment, we will select Show, Edit, and Required for the invoice ID and the amount. We will turn off the customer ID and leave the comments as an optional field. Keep in mind that you should always move from left to right when using these options, as you cannot create a required field that the customer cannot see. Here we can also set the default and minimum amounts. We can leave the default and minimum amounts as 0 for this example, but if you know that you never accept invoices below $50, then you can set the minimum amount to $50. Next, we will take a look at billing information. You can click here to drop down the billing information. Make sure that you have toggled it on to visible, and then you can select which options you would like to show, make editable, and be required. For our example, we will turn on the contact name, street address, city, state and province, country, postal and zip code, and leave optional boxes for the phone number and email address. Once we have configured all of these settings, you will click Save in the top right corner. Now let's take a quick look at the Theme Designer. You can click here on Theme Designer on the right-hand side. In here, you can add a logo, change your accent color for your payment page, show your policy, and add custom header and footer text. Once you have completed all of this, make sure you click on Save, and then to get back to your payment page settings, click on Overview. From here, you are also able to add custom fields to your payment page. This is useful for when you need specific pieces of information from your customer that might not be available in the field settings. I have also seen this used extensively for donation pages, when the person donating needs to specify where the donation should be applied. Now you can see here that I do not currently have any custom fields, but to create them you just click on Actions in the top right corner, and then Edit in Invoice Designer. For the moment, we will not worry about adjusting the theme or creating custom fields, so let's go back to the overview here, and then click on Actions, and finally View Payment Page. Here we can see the payment page that we have been working on. All the customer would have to do is fill out the information that we have required, and press Process Payment. You can access the URL for your payment page at any time by clicking on Payment Page List on the left-hand side. If it does not appear right away, make sure you click Refresh, and it will appear here. And that's it. Payment pages are a quick, easy, and secure way to accept credit card payments online. They are completely customizable to suit your needs, and a simple way for your customers to pay for products, services, or invoices. I'm Dagan from the Helcim team, and thanks for watching.